Hey guys! Since Halloween is just around the corner and because it's the perfect time to transform into your favorite hero or movie character, I'm bringing you Lady Loki inspired costume and makeup because who doesn't love Loki, right? It's actually very easy to make and the result is pretty cool in my opinion, and I hope you will like it as well. So let's get started. To create the skirt, start off by folding some green fabric in half that has the desired length plus a little bit of extra length. You will see why later. And then secure the ends with pins so the fabric doesn't move around. Since I wanted to wear a black skirt underneath, I place it on top of the fabric to estimate where I want to add the details of the green skirt. And then with white chalk, start outlining the zigzag lines starting from the bottom and center of the fabric. Since we're using chalk, you can just doodle on top until you get the desired shape, or you can also first prepare a template using paper. Next, cut out the shape. I would recommend using a proper cutting tool for fabric to get clean edges and not something like here. For the golden outline of the skirt, I'm going to use gold-colored silky fabric. Place the green fabric on top and secure the green zigzags with pins. Next, take white chalk again and outline the green skirt about 3 to 5 centimeters next to the edges. I used the whole fabric since I wanted the backside of the skirt to look pretty. Once you outline the shape, cut it out. Now, since I don't own a sewing machine, I just used a hot glue gun and glued on the green part to the golden fabric while the pins were still attached. Cut off a little bit of the golden fabric if you find the rim is too wide and remove the pins. And now it's time to make the skirt wearable. For this step, fold the fabric at the top part and then place a black ribbon in between while making sure that you have a long enough piece of ribbon looking out of the fold. Don't cut off anything yet. Since I decided to make the skirt slightly shorter, I folded the fabric a little lower. Apply some glue along the ribbon like that and close the fabric to attach both pieces. Since I made the skirt a little shorter, I cut off the excess fabric. Next, I went ahead and secured the end of the fold with some hot glue so the ribbon won't move around. Repeat the steps with the other piece of skirt while connecting both pieces with the same ribbon. So you basically attach both pieces of skirt to one ribbon. Be sure to check where you need to glue on the second piece because the black ribbon is like a belt that the skirt is attached to, and we can close the belt with a knot at the one side. And since I realized I forgot to secure the edges of my silky fabric, I had to do it now. But basically what you need to do is moving a lighter along the rim but a bit further away from the rim. This way you melt the fringy edge of the fabric and avoid any future fringing. But be very careful with that. And this only works with artificial fabric. I tried to do that on the green fabric that had cotton in it, and it worked a bit too, but not as good as with the silky fabric. I also did the same with the ribbon so the ends won't fringe. Now just secure the green and golden fabric with some hot glue so they don't move around either, and we are done with the skirt. Now let's move on to the headpiece. For the horns of our headpiece, all we need is a styrofoam heart that we cut in half. From here, use an Xacto knife to shape the sharp ends of the horns. Do that on both parts and then with a nail file or sanding paper, even out the surface. At the sharper ends, and since there were lines along the heart shape as well, I removed them too. Now for the actual headpiece, start off by creating a template. Fold a piece of paper in half and then start drawing the shape of the headpiece and cut it out. This is just a rough template for now. There are different designs on the internet, so you can find inspiration online. Test if the template fits your head and face shape and then transfer the shape onto some white thick crafting foam. Cut out the shape and then we can go ahead and glue on the horns using hot glue. I glued them just above the curves and made the top part looking slightly inwards. If you want, you can also add some additional glue around the bottom part to create more texture. Next, you want to add more hot glue along the edge of the headpiece. Do that slowly and carefully to create an even outline. Once the glue has cooled down, paint the whole piece using metallic gold acrylic paint. For this step, I used a foam brush and added 2 layers of paint to each side. This is how it looks now. Now we just need to glue on an elastic band to the headpiece. For this step, I used hot glue again and attached the band right next to the area where the eyes will be. Be assured the elastic band is long enough but not too long so it holds well on your hand. Cut off any excess band and the headpiece is finished. Lady Loki also has a cape out of fur, but since a large piece of fluffy fabric was way too expensive, I decided I would just use a faux fur piece from a jacket and attach it to a black vest around the shoulder area and a little bit to the front. Here I use safety pins to attach everything, but you can also sew everything. And that's it. Now all that's left to prepare are some accessories for the hair and the belt. Both are made almost the same way. Draw a few circles in different sizes on a piece of white crafting foam using a compass and cut them out. I made the circles for the belt slightly larger. Next, paint everything on both sides using the same color you used for the headpiece. Once everything is dry, attach either small head ties for the hair or pins for the belt accessories and you're done. For the makeup you could actually do anything you want. I decided I will use green colors for this look. I first applied some metallic green eyeshadows all over my eyelid, and then I added a darker shade of green to the outer corners and the crease and then blended everything in while applying some eyeshadows below the eyes as well. By the way, I was actually pretty sick while filming this, so don't mind my half-dead face. Next, I added a slightly brighter green color to the inner corners of my eyes and blended everything together. Of course, we also need some winged eyeliner, and if you want you can also apply some fake eyelashes for a more dramatic look. Add mascara to your eyelashes and we are almost done. Since the wig is going to be black, I went over my eyebrows and drew lines on top using a black eyeliner to make my eyebrows a little bit darker. Blend everything in and the eyebrows are complete. I also applied some bronzer to my face so it looks less flat and pale. And then I applied some green body paint to my lips as I didn't have a green lipstick. And the makeup is done. And now it's time to get dressed. For the costume I decided to wear a green tank top and this little black top since I wanted to have sleeves for this costume. And on top of that I added the vest we just created. Next I put on the skirt over my black skirt I was showing you guys in the beginning, and for the belt I just used 2 straps of faux leather that are secured with the pins we created in the beginning. I also added the hair ties to the hair at random places, and I'm also wearing this gold colored statement necklace. To hide the elastic band of the headpiece, just add it in between 2 layers of hair like that. And if you want to go all out, you can also wear green or blue contacts because to me it was not really clear what eye color Loki actually has. Do you guys know? I don't know. Now all you need is fix your makeup if needed and you're done. And this is the final look. As you can see, I'm also wearing black tights and black boots, but you can change it to green as well. This costume is a rather lazy way to create it because there are tons of very detailed and well-sewn costumes for Lady Loki, but I really like how it turned out anyways and I hope you like it as well. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already to see more fun and easy DIYs in the future. Thank you so much for watching guys, have a wonderful day and see you next week. Bye!